Hey guys, we are back at School of Wok. Rejoice! We are back from the lockdown and we are doing Wok Wednesdays. And this series, we're going to do a series 4 from my first book, Chinese Unchopped, which is all about the core techniques of Chinese cooking. So everything from stir frying, steaming, deep frying, roasting, braising, double cooking. Those are the core techniques of Chinese cooking, and that will allow you to cook hundreds of dishes. This week, we're doing twice cooked chili pork. I'm rusty. This week, we're doing twice cooked chili pork. So, we're going to start with poaching the pork belly. So I've got a good slab of pork belly here, and it seems to me that since lockdown, everything here seems to be more giant. So either that, or I've gotten a lot shorter. But yeah, I probably don't need this huge amount of cassia bark or cinnamon stick. Let's take it. Whew. Everything else has got big, apart from my muscles. Okay, so the cinnamon stick's going in. We've got some star anise, a couple of cloves, and very important, 5 peppercorns. So we're going to start to sort of poach this pork. And the reason for poaching the pork before then slicing and stir frying, so this is a Wok Wednesday, proper wok cooking at the end, is to sort of take out the fatty impurities of the pork belly, but also it just contracts a little bit, and over time it's going to poach for a good 45 minutes to an hour. So over time it'll just get softer and softer. So it's actually a slow cooked dish finished off really quickly on a high heat in the wok. So I've got this on a medium heat before I then put the water and the pork belly in. And the reason for sort of tempering the spices is to bring out that oil or the oils from the spices and get a good flavour. Woo! Before I then scare the hell out of all of us. I probably should have done that at a slightly lower heat. But it's coming to a boil nice and quickly. And you'll see when I put the pork belly in that it will contract straight away. So it's really, really simple. Bring that to a boil, let it simmer for about 45 minutes. Whew, that was scary. So next up, I'm going to set up my wok clock of ingredients for the stir frying later on. Don't need all of this. Probably only need about a quarter of it, to be honest. And this dish, a lot of people would often think is just a simple stir-fried dish, but that twice cooking or that double cooking process is really important because it keeps a nice succulent texture in the pork, but also because of the boiling or the poaching, it allows the pork to crisp up much better when it hits the wok later on. Onions, 12 o'clock, and then I've got some large red chilies. And you can cut this however you wish. I quite like sort of keeping it relatively chunky. And then I'll use the other chili, or at least half of it, for a bit of garnish. Just take those seeds out for the garnish. That can go last on the wok clock. So this is almost more for flavour. I've got some ginger and garlic, just finely chopped up. I mean, you can use chopped ginger and garlic, or finely sliced, whatever you want really. I'm just putting that just straight after the onions. And then I'm going to make up my sauce. Marinade I'm going to keep for later, because that pork's got quite a while to go before we do anything. The sauce got to have a really good kick to it. So we're starting with some hot Chil Chow chili oil. So that's the paste stuff that you're really looking for, not just the oil. And then a teaspoon of chili bean, about half a tablespoon of hoisin sauce. And that hoisin sauce will add a bit of sweetness to it, but you don't want to go too heavy on the hoisin. And then black vinegar, you're going for another half tablespoon. And that is going to balance out the flavour that sort of wraps around that pork and creates a nice stickiness and slightly sweet sour flavour to the dish. Rice wine, similar amount. And then just to deepen the colour and bring out that sort of more vibrant, deep red colour, a dash of dark soy. So that colour of that sauce is going to wrap around really nicely once the pork's ready. So after 45 minutes to an hour of poaching, you just have to remove the pork from the poaching liquid and let it cool. I'd put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes before you slice into it. So the poaching really softens the pork, and that's the reason why I left the whole bit of skin on there. And this is when, once it's cooled, it sort of holds its shape nicely, and you can get really nice thin slices of pork out. And these will crisp up just around the edges when I stir fry them. That's why this twice cooking really makes this dish. Now, I'm going to marinate the pork with a pinch of salt and pepper, a little bit of sesame oil, so not too much because there's a lot of flavour in the sauce itself. And then some corn flour to go around the edge, but I'm going to get the flavour into the pork slices first. Try not to break the slices up too much. You want them to look nice and pretty. And then a little bit of corn flour. That's just going to wrap around lightly, but it's not to create any sort of batter at all. It's just a light coating of corn flour so it crisps up even quicker and you get a nice sort of browning on the outside of each slice. Pork is ready. So it's a stir fry, but not necessarily a simple stir fry, because there is, you know, an extra process to this, and that slow cooking of the pork, absolutely essential. So, ready to wok. A good drizzle of oil. Make sure that's nice and smoking hot before I add anything. I'm going to go for my onions first, but then I'm going to take my pork second and start to sear it well. So smoking hot. Just break those onions up a little. They won't take long to stir fry at all. Just push those to the back to allow space for my pork. Another drizzle of oil. Whoa! Corn flour everywhere. Don't mind me. Smoking hot. Your pork slices. Just layer them in. And then fold those over. And you can see I'm kind of layering them in bit by bit. You don't have to do this, but it means that each one gets a nice sear. The other way to do this is to actually blanch in oil or deep fry, which is what they do in the restaurants, but I'm doing this more home cooked style. So once all your slices of pork have gone in and had a nice sear on either side, just push them to the back. If there's any excess oil, you might want to get rid of a little bit of it. And that's from the fat. And then the rest of your ingredients are going to come in quite quickly. My ginger and garlic, my chilli, fry those through in that lard, essentially. And then bring your pork and your onions over the top of that. It's going to start to smoke up pretty well at this point. I want this to get to really high heat before I pour this sauce in. And again, remember there's chili in there, so this is going to really smoke up. Get those windows open, get your extractor fans on, not like us. Right, so smoking hot, your chili's going in over the top there, and I'm going to fold that through. Ooh, spicy stuff, but look at that finish on that pork. It's just immediately glazed around. Oh, I could just dig into the wok straight away. That's finally done. I mean, the colour of this dish shouts out at you. That crisp pork belly. But you know it's going to be really succulent inside. More chili. A few coriander leaves just to interact with that colour. So double cooking, a key part of Chinese cuisine. What a lot of people don't realise on how we get those varied textures across a simple stir-fried dish. Slow poached, then sliced, then flash fried to finish. Twice cooked chili pork. This is the type of dish that my dad would used to cook for a sort of mid-week treat. Doesn't take too long, but that little bit of added effort makes all the difference. Wow. Love it. So it's succulent meat with a crisp edge, but still should have a bite. And that's why we cook it in that big sort of chunk before slicing it. Guys, you're gonna love this. And if you do, tell all your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to like.